Hello neighbor, this is Curt with Etrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the WeatherTech Mud Flaps for both the front and the rear of our 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500. Now WeatherTech is known for making high quality, custom fit things like mud flaps, and these in particular are going to be able to fit right over and around the existing factory mud flaps you already have, so installation is really minimal and really non-invasive. It's going to be a thermoplastic resin, so it's going to be very high quality, holding up to a lot of high temperatures and low temperatures and things like that. It's also going to hold up against all that road debris that we're using them for to protect the underside of our vehicle. And that's really what they're all about. You want to protect the underside of your vehicle from all those different things that could be out there on the road, whether it be, dirt and mud, or traveling on the highway, all the rocks and pebbles that can be out there, if you're traveling down gravel roads a lot, or if you're in an area where the winters can be a bit harsh and you want to save yourself from all that salt spray that's going to end up coming up. And starting with the rear mud flaps here, these are going to be really great. They're going to give you an extension of 7.5 inches down from where your factory mud flaps end up. And as you can see from the angle here from underneath the tire, that's going to be enough to pretty much clear our bumper. So with these on, we shouldn't have any issues like we have right here, where it's spraying up and past this and getting all underside the body of our truck and our bumper itself. Moving on to the front, these are going to give us an extra 5.5 inches of coverage. So looking at the angle here, that is going to be enough to probably clear past the front bracket of our running boards here. And that's just one more thing that the front mud flaps are going to do to protect. The back ones are going to help protect our bumper. The front ones are going to help protect our running boards and Nerf bars. And you can see without these on previously, even on the front end nose here of our running boards, there's all kinds of debris and scratching and things like that. Our bracket is also very heavily scratched and pretty dirty itself too. And our back bracket has it as well. Now, with this angle that we're looking at here, this should end up clearing that front bracket and the majority of the front portion of our running boards. Depending on what kind of debris we're talking about on the road, you might get a little bit back here depending on how fast you're going or how fast your tires are spinning, but this is a significant increase in coverage as far as protection goes. Installation is really easy. You're not going to have to drill any new holes or anything like that. You're going to use the existing hardware that's already down in your wheel well. So stick around and I'll show you exactly how we got these on our truck today. So we're here on our front passenger side, and the first thing we want to do is make sure that we grab the correct mud flap. We have this one here that has this writing down here in the corner, says RH, meaning right hand. That means the passenger side. For the driver's side, it'll say LH for left hand. We're also going to grab one of the included U-clips, and we're going to grab the included Torx head screw here that we're going to use on these 3 factory screws. Now we're going to remove these screws and we're going to keep them handy because we are going to reuse them for our installation. So with our 3 screws removed, go ahead and grab your mud flap, and we're going to put this on, lining up these holes with those open screw holes there. Just make sure that this tab is going around the front of the factory mud flap here when you do it. And once we get that on and into place, go ahead and grab one of these factory screws we just removed. Kind of get it in a good spot. Once you do, go ahead and hand thread it in a little bit just to hold it in place. And once you've got a good start on all of them, go ahead and get them all tightened down into place. Now go ahead and take the top end here of your mud flap and kind of hold it in place. You might take a good tug to get it flush here around this piece of trim. Then grab your U-clip, and through this slot right here, we're going to make sure this goes in, and we're also going to make sure that it is getting behind this trim piece right here. So get it in between the trim piece and the lining. For a little extra help, I'm going to grab a flathead screwdriver, and I'm just going to use that for some leverage to make sure it pops all the way down into place. It was tough to get this snug against here, so I went ahead and loosened this screw up a little bit, and we were able to get it on all the way. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tighten that back down. Installation in the rear is similar. There's another 3 screws to remove. So go ahead and grab your wrench, and we're going to go ahead and get those undone. Now make sure you keep these because we're going to be reusing them to install our mud flap. Now with the 3 screws removed, we can go ahead and grab our mud flap. There's a tab here on this side that we want to make sure goes around the back of this. So go ahead and put that on and into position. And we're going to line up these screw holes as well. And once we do that, go ahead and grab one of the screws and we'll get it put in so we can hold this in place while we tighten the rest of them down. And once you've got all of them started, go ahead and grab your wrench and get them all tightened down into place. Now with all 3 of your screws tightened, go ahead and grab that tab. Now the tab is symmetrical, so it's not, there's no forward or backward to it. But in this opening right here, we're going to go ahead and slip this in. We want to make sure it wraps all the way around our frame there. So it's going to settle on there pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and grab a flathead screwdriver, and I'm just going to use that for leverage and just try to get that to get as tight as I possibly can. So that's a look at the front and rear mud flap set from WeatherTech on our 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500. And if you have any questions still, or you've gone ahead and installed these and you've got some experiences to share, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. Sharing those with other neighbors just like you can help them make the best decision for themselves. Once again, this is Curt with Etrailer. Thanks for stopping by.